notes the hint. The hint now I'm going to give you how to predict the given system is non-invertible. So if the question is in which format, we should predict that it is non-invertible. So I will write the reason here. So all my outputs, all outputs are y of t. All your outputs should be unique. It should be unique. You know what is the meaning of uniqueness? Unique. It should be unique. It should be unique for different inputs. Unique for different inputs. Different inputs. This is the hint. One more hint. Different inputs. I want you to just, this is not written in the notes. So the hint is all outputs should be unique. What is the meaning of uniqueness? Can anybody?
Same one.
It is same. Uniqueness means it is not same. All the outputs should be different. Okay, all the outputs should be different. Uniqueness means that only, different for different values of the input. So if my output is not unique, you know what is the meaning of uniqueness now? If the output is not unique, definitely the system is not invertible. I hope you get it. The system is not invertible. And you can ask me a question, ma'am, why you are giving the hint now? See, from the question, I do not know what is the operation they have done here. X of n, inside n, I do not have any scaling factor or I do not have any shifting operation. And here, I know amplitude scaling means some number will be multiplied with x of n. And here it is not amplitude scaling also. Here n is multiplied directly with x of n. So if I do not know what operation they have performed in the question, then I have to go for the next hint. The next hint is what I said right now. I should see whether the output is different for all the different inputs. So for that, I'm just assuming, you can see here in my notes, I'm assuming x of n is equal to delta of n. You know how delta of n looks like. See delta of n, I'm just drawing here in the screen. So delta of n means I will be having the amplitude 1 only at n is equal to 0. All other places, my outputs are 0. That means delta of n is 0. So now, if my input x of n is equal to delta of n, okay, so can I say my output y of n, what is y of n? I can say y of n is equal to 0 at, y of n is equal to 0 at all the values of n. All the values of n. So let me write in another color. So listen here. So if I take x of 1 also, if my x of 1, if I take x of 1 also, my output y of 1 is equal to 0. You know why x of n? If your input is x of n, why your output y of 1 is 0? Because at x of 1, my amplitude is 0. If it is 0, my output is also 0. Similarly, if I take x of 5, can anybody tell me what is x of 5 from the graph? X of 5?
0.
0. So x of 5 is 0. So can I write my output y of 5 is also equal to 0? So what I'm trying to convey here is my outputs are same here for different inputs. So initially my input was x of 1, then my input was x of 5. Even if I give any input x of 7 or x of 8 or whatever numbers I give, my outputs will be same. But what is the concept I told? The system is invertible only when the outputs are different for the different values of the input. Now, can anybody tell me it is following which condition? My problem is following which condition? Yes. What is the condition applicable here? I want your answer in terms of input-output relation. How is the input and output relation here?
For different values of input, the output is same.
Output is same. So if the output is same, definitely I can write the system is non-invertible. That is the answer. Okay. So this you remember. And if the system is non-invertible, we cannot find the inverse system also. So similarly, I am giving you the hint. If sinc function is there in the question, so inside the sinc you can see t into x of t. Again, if I take x of t as delta of n, then you know what is the function of delta of n? So delta of n is present only at the origin. Because of that reason, my outputs will be same for different values of the input. So similarly here, y of n is equal, I have third question here, sine of x of n by x of n. Again here, sine of delta x of n, if I take delta of n, again, I will get the same output for different values of the input. So all these expressions will give you the answer as what the system is non-invertible. Okay. You can ask me a question, ma'am, why you are taking delta of n? See, I have to take any type of input here such that my output should be different. So I'm taking a unique input as delta of n. For that unique input of delta of n, if my output is coming as different values, then I no need to check for the another expression of x of n. My another expression of x of n can be u of t also. So always to predict the invertibility, you take the typical input. The typical input is x of n. Why it is typical? Because it is having the amplitude at only one point. Remaining places it is 0. So if the system is producing the different values of output for this input, then I no need to check with any other input for x of n. Directly I can predict that the system is invertible. If not, the system is non-invertible. Am I clear? Is it not confusing, right? Confused, Akidya? Can anybody reply? Is it confusing, that third problem?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Now the fourth problem is, this is very simple. So you know what operation here it is? 2 into t. So definitely the system is invertible. So the inverse system is x of t by 2. It is very easy. So now the unique problem is integration and differentiation. So you know, opposite for integration is differentiation. Okay. So the system is invertible. So opposite of this integration is differentiation. So y of t is equal to, the inverse system is equal to d of x of t by dt. Remember very carefully, if the input is integration, the system is invertible. Okay. Let me go to the next question, then you will understand why madam is telling if input is integral, the output is invertible. So you can ask me a question, ma'am, what happens if input is differentiation? Differentiation, my output will be integration. No, it is not like that. Listen, if input is differentiation, I can say that system is non-invertible. Non-invertible, so my output will not be in terms of integral. I will tell you why it is non-invertible, because the same concept is applicable here. So I am considering my x of t as 5. So d 5 by dt. Can anybody tell me what is my answer? D 5 by dt. Differentiation of the constant number. What is the answer?
0.
0. So can anybody tell me, if I take any number input x of t, differentiation of 10 by dt, what is the answer?
0.
0.
0.
So here, can you predict what is the condition is applying here? The output is same for different values of input. If your output is same for different values of input, then definitely the system is non-invertible. So the previous problem and this problem, you should understand much. So integration, you won't get the same answers, because integration, you know, definitely you won't get the same answers because you have the limits here, upper limit, lower limit. If you substitute depending upon the input, definitely the output will be different for different inputs. Whereas here, if the expression given question is differentiation, so my outputs are same for different values of inputs, so the system is non-invertible. If the system is non-invertible, we cannot predict the answer. Invertible, we cannot predict the inverse system. Okay. So the next expression is this: y of n is equal to x of n by 2. So seeing this itself, you can tell me what is the answer here. What is the answer?
X of 2n, it is invertible.
Very good, very good, very good. Okay, so very good. So similarly, and can anybody tell me the next question, eighth question, y of n is equal to summation k equal to minus into n. Okay, so it is multiplied with summation of x of k. So can anybody tell me what is the opposite for the summation? Because inverse system is we have to write opposite. So what is the opposite for this summation? Can anyone? Plus is opposite, you know. What is the opposite for plus operation? Parvagila, if it is wrong, also not a problem. Tell me. Multiplication again, opposite division. Like that, what is the opposite operation of plus? See, summation means,
Minus.
you know, yeah, very good. Summation means, you know, it is plus of the terms. Okay, so I should write the opposite for the invertible system. So my output is minus of I should write. Okay, so the answer is, you can see the answer is, the system is definitely invertible. So the answer is, I am taking x of n. See, this k I am taking n as the reference. I know my scaling. So 0, 1, 2, 3, n. Okay. So n, and I can write like this better. So before n, I will get n minus 1. Suppose if my n is 2, so 2 minus 1 is 1. So it follows the scaling like this. So since the question is summation, I should write the common answer in terms of difference. So see here, if your first value is x of n, then it is difference of the previous value, x of n minus 1. So this is your answer. Are you people following it? Why I have written x of n minus x of n minus 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Very good. So the next thing is, so I don't want to show the answer for the next problem. Just seeing the question itself, can anybody get me the answer? Or what for first one? What is the answer for first one? X of n minus 1.
N plus 1.
N plus 1. Very good. N plus 1. Similarly, 0 we cannot do anything, and x of n also we cannot do anything. That has to be retained as it is. See, for x of n, the last term x of n, it says that there is a scaling. 1 is involved. So if I use the concept, it is again n by 1 only. So n by 1 again we will write as x of n only. Okay. So for the last term, it is same as the question. Only for the first term, because of this minus operation, I can convert into its invertible operation, that is plus 1. Okay. So you can see here x of n plus 1 and x of. So similarly, we will be just checking. See, if I can write my answer, then it is definitely invertible. You have to conclude it. The system is invertible like that, and you have to write the answer. See, and one more thing, I have cos of x of t. See, cos of x of t, if x of t, if I consider as some number 5, okay, plus n pi. N pi will give me the same answer. I hope you are understanding it. So cos of n pi will give me the same answer for any values of n. So for example, if I substitute, or let me just take directly n pi only. It will be easy for you to understand. X of t is equal to n pi. So if it is n pi, for n is equal to 0, cos 0. Cos 0 is how much? Cos 0
1.
is 1. So let me substitute the next value as 1. If I substitute 1, I am getting my answer as minus 1. My answer is -1. Okay. Now, if I substitute n as 2, then you see my answer is again 1. So I'm getting the same answer for different inputs. Though I'm getting different answer in between, but that will be repeated. So you will get alternatively -1 and +1 for different values of input. So in such a case, you can say the output is not invertible. So even we have seen the third problem also. I will just go back to the third problem. So what I want to convey here is, if the question is in terms of sine function or cos function, definitely your answer is non-invertible. Here I have explained you with the help of delta of n function. So there I have explained you with phi like that. So the input I can take in any way. But I am trying to prove that for cos functions or sine functions, the output is definitely non-invertible. So am I clear here? This is the hint I am giving you for cos function, sine function, you may get in the exam. Are you people following it, the hint?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And one more hint what I am giving here is, if your input is product, see here x of n multiplied with x of n minus 1. If it is a product, then definitely the system is non-invertible. I should have only single x of n, or I have plus of some term x of 2n like that. Plus operation is there applicable in the question, but my input should not be in products. So this is the next hint I am giving you. If input is in product, closing your eyes, you can write in the exam the answer as the system is non-invertible. If it is non-invertible, then we no need to worry about its inverse system. So still we have 2-3 problems. So all these are the unique problems. You can see in all the above problems, questions are completely in different fashion. So I hope you will get questions based on this cadre only. So you can easily analyze whether the system is stable or not stable. Invertible or not invertible. So now here in this problem, you can see I have summation x of k. Summation x of k in the earlier problems I have told summation means definitely I should write with the difference. So here the same thing I am doing here. I am writing x of n. Okay. This 1/2 power n minus k is common. N minus k is common. So within the bracket, what I will write x of n minus x of n minus 1 as per the earlier problem. So I should write the difference of the signal x of n and x of n minus 1 if there is a summation. But here, what is extra here? It is 1/2 power n minus k. 1/2 power n minus k. So I will take for the first value as power 0. The complete power as 0. Okay, since I say that this is at the origin, like that I can consider. So this is complete term is 0. So I will get x of n only for the first term. And my second term, the complete power, I can consider as 1. Because the difference between these two signals is 1 unit time difference between these. So next I will take this as 1. The power as 1, n minus k as 1. So it is just 1/2. 1/2 into x of n minus 1. So understand this problem. If along with sum of x of k, if you have any multiple in the question. So multiple, how to convert that multiple? For the first expression, you consider this multiple power as 0. So that complete term becomes 1. And for the second term, you consider the power as 1. So you will get 1/2. So all these are the unique or different problems. Okay. So next is, I have given 5 questions in the same question. See, all this gives you u of x of t, and this cos 2 pi, I said seeing the question itself, I can say it is non-invertible. Okay. And see, magnitude of x of t. Such a good question. Magnitude of x of t. You know, if I put magnitude, then I cannot differentiate minus values and plus values because magnitude will consider only the plus values. So I will get the same output for the different inputs because of this magnitude. And if I have unit step function, you know what is the meaning of u? U means, you know, the diagram is like this. From 0 to infinity, the amplitude is always 1. So I am getting my outputs same for different inputs. The amplitude is 1. So definitely it is non-invertible. In the same way, I have here e power n into x of n. So e power n into x of n. Already I have discussed in the second problem. I hope you remember. I have taken n into x of n separately. My second question was n into x of n. For that, I took this as delta of n. Are you remembering this question? Or no, do I need to scroll up? N into x of n. Just I will scroll it up. See here, n into x of n. What was the analysis we made? Can anybody? For n into x of n, what is the analysis we made? Just unmute and get me the answer. Bhavana? Bhavana, unmute and get me the answer, ma Bhavana.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, n into x of n, what is the analysis we made already? Is the system is invertible or non-invertible? I'm showing you everything in the screen, still you are not replying. What is wrong? Okay, Ambika.
Non-invertible, ma'am.
Okay, non-invertible. So n into x of n non-invertible means e power n into x of n is also non-invertible because we will substitute delta of n for x of n. You know the concept of delta of n function. So I will get the same output for different inputs. So all these expressions will give you the answer as what? Non-invertible. So I have already uploaded the old question papers related to your syllabus, related to your scheme. So after this class, I want you to just check the questions based on the invertibility. Okay. See, this question is slightly different from the previous question. Y of n is equal to here. It is just e power x of n. So earlier question it was e power n into x of n. There is the difference. N into x of n means I know what is the concept to be followed. It is e power x of n. You know what is the opposite operation of e function? E is nothing but it is like antilog. I hope you can understand in your calculator you use instead of 10 power you use antilog e power. So opposite of this e is logarithmic operation. So natural logarithmic of x of n. So the system is invertible. Are you people following it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So if it is just e power x of n, don't get confused with e power n into x of n. N into x of n is a unique one. You should not have multiple here in front of x of n. If you just e power x of n, then its opposite operation is logarithmic operation because e power represents it is antilog. And here I have a question. They have given a diagram. X of n is the input and y of n is my output. And as per this diagram, it is a multiplier here. You can see it is a multiplier. So x of n, sometimes they do not give this equation, the y of n equation. They will just give the diagram. They just give the diagram. So I have to analyze the diagram. What is the expression from the diagram? So this x of n is going through the top part to the multiplier and also through the bottom part to the multiplier. So can I write my output after the multiplier is x square of n or x of n the whole square? Then this is multiplied with this 2. So my output can I write from the diagram itself? It is 2 into x square of n. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now, see, I already given you the hint. I should have only single x of n, single x of n. If I have 2x of n, here 2x of n is not separately given, it is hidden. So if I split it like this, x of n into x of n, so I can say there are products of x of n. If products of x of n is present in the question, then definitely it is non-invertible. And I can take one example for this problem. If my input, you can see here I have written here, if my input is 3, I can write here 2 into, output is 2 into 3 into 3. So I can say it is 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are 18. If my input is -3, okay, if my input is -3, then my output is 2 into -3 into -3. So minus into minus, it becomes plus. So my answer is again 18. So what is the concept is applying here? My outputs are same for the different inputs. So this is definitely a non-invertible system. So that is also one of the reason. And another reason what I have given the hint is it should not have products of x. So closing your eyes, if you see the products of x, you can write the system as non-invertible. So with this, I will stop today's class. And I want you to update these notes in your classwork notebook, because you have not written now. So if you do not write and practice, you will not understand. So using my notes, I want you to just update your signals and systems notebook. So now let me take the attendance. Abhishek, Ambika,
Present, ma'am.
Surudeepesh, Bhavana,
Present.
Bhavya,
Present, ma'am.
Christopher,
Present, ma'am.
Manikanta,
Present, ma'am.
Dhanush Nayaka,
Present, ma'am.
Dhanush Gangatkar,
Present, ma'am.
Gautam C, Gonukundla Prasad,
Present, ma'am.
Gautam R,
Present, ma'am.
Harshita,
Present, ma'am.
Kavya,
Present, ma'am.
ಸುಹಾಸ್, ಯಾಕೆ ಇವಾಗ ನೀನು ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ನೀವೇ ತಗೊಂತಾ ಇದೀರ
ಇದ್ರೇನು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ಗೆ ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಾನು ಅವತ್ತು ದಿನ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆದೆ, ನೀವು ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನನಗೆ ಅದೊಂದು ಡೇಟಾಬೇಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನನಗೆ ನೀವು ಕಳ್ಸಿದ್ರೆ.
ಸರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಂದ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ಓಕೆಪ್ಪ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ 1 ವೀಕ್ ಇಂದ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ 2 ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್
ಅಷ್ಟೇನಾ? ಸರಿಪ, ಅದು ಮಾಡು. ನನಗೆ ನಾನು ಅದು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಫ್ಯೂಚರ್ಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕ್ಲಾಶಸ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಸುಹಾಸ್, ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಸುಹಾಸ್.
ಸರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ನಿಮ್ದು ಹೆಸರು ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ,